Hello, everyone. Welcome to Jillin Off with Christina Walkinshaw.
And Jen Murphy.
This is it.
That's me.
That's Jen. I'm Christina. This is our first official podcast. And we say official because, we recorded one last week. But it turns out our vision for the podcast is shifted in the last 7 days. When we do really enjoy the title Jillin Off. If you don't know what Jillin Off is, it's like jacking off for women. And so I think originally we were like, well, we'll just talk about masturbating for an hour. And then it turns out
we don't masturbate that much.
Oh, well,
you do. I don't. We decided to broaden ourselves.
Yeah, we're going to.
And Jillin Off is also going to be a masturbation of our thoughts.
Yes, exactly.
We're going to masturbate our thoughts.
We're going to chill off on these mics.
Every week.
And then clean them after.
So lucky you.
Yeah.
And we've also got some fine wine here. We're hoping to eventually get them as our sponsor. It's called Vinvault.
Yes. We have
It's the finest that they sell at I purchased it at 7-Eleven.
I have never seen this brand before.
It's a red blend.
It's a blend. That's how you know you're really balling when you're buying the blends.
My grandma told me she prefers red blends, so I figured I'd try it out.
Do you know what it means when it says table wine?
That it's bad?
No, that it just means it's like under 13%. Like it's like a lower alcohol content. Yeah, that's what table wine means. So
is alcohol is wine 13%?
Mostly, yeah. This is 13.
Oh, geez.
So then table wine would be something less than that. Aren't you guys already learning a lot here?
I didn't even know it was that much higher than beer.
If it's about beer or alcohol or wine, I have the facts.
Well, good to know.
Even though I'm drinking this sad tea right here, but
that is good to know.
I know. Oh my God. Well, it's raining in LA, so I'm gonna drink tea and drive.
You better finish your tea.
I know.
Better finish that up.
Oh my God.
You know, the first time I ever drank hard liquor, I was trying to impress a guy in high school. I'd never had it before.
Yeah.
And he had a bottle of Cuervo. So he poured it into like a pint glass and told me to drink. He's like, it's just like beer.
Oh my God.
And I drank like 3/4 of a pint glass.
Oh my God.
Of Jose Cuervo.
Were you sick after?
Yeah.
Of course.
I was so sick.
My first time drinking hard alcohol, it was gin, and I think it was in grade 10. Pardon the Canadian language.
I think I was in 10th grade also when that happened.
Yeah, grade 10. And again, yeah, you're right. When you're kids, you don't really know how to mix drinks. So we put mostly gin in the cup, and then I think we put a little bit of Sprite in there. But we thought the ratio was kind of opposite to what it really is. Should be like a shot or two of gin and then the rest Sprite.
Yeah.
As children growing up in Canada, we thought it was the other way around, where it was like mostly gin.
Oh, good. I don't feel so bad because I'm like, even if I never had alcohol, shouldn't it be common knowledge? Like, shouldn't you just know that it's a lot stronger? But I guess not.
Maybe your parents should pull you aside just for, a swift little, listen, this is how you drink. All right.
I was also really trying to impress that guy, which...
Oh my God. And
never a good idea.
No, I know. I've spent most of my life trying to impress
I was going to say, nothing's changed.
I know. Turns out all the wrong stories in my life.
Now I've just replaced drinking alcohol with rooting for football teams.
Oh, see, that's positive.
Who's your favorite team? I'll tell you root for them.
See, and I've just replaced men with vibrators, so...
You don't have to drink this. I'm just going to pour a small amount in here so that you can try my red blend.
I'll smell it. I'll take in the aromas. And see if it's as quality as what we had hoped for 7-Eleven wine.
We're always trying to find the good stuff.
The good stuff's at CVS, really, I feel.
Is it?
No, I'm just kidding.
I believed you. Be careful what you tell me. I'll take it to heart.
Oh my God.
See, again, I have not grown from that tequila experience.
Oh my God, I know.
I'm like, really? It's just like beer?
Yeah. And
Christina just got back from Vegas.
Yeah, I got back. I was opening for Puppetry of the Penis.
I'm sure she did no drinking at all.
Barely. No, I'm just kidding. Of course, yeah, you got to drink in Vegas. It's the rules. Just like, but nothing crazy. Like, I don't feel like I got drunk. Oh, yeah, because I've been trying to do Veganuary. And so the Friday when I got in, I was still veganing it up, and I stopped at the Mad Creek for a falafel, which then like madly came out of my body. But then at nighttime,
where's the best place to poop on the way to Vegas?
Okay, I'm old fashioned. I like a rest area. I like a pullover. Like I like when you don't have to get too far off the highway, and you could just get in and out. Really, I like a good old rest stop.
They're not dirty. I've never been to a rest stop.
Oh my God, no! Most of them are cleaned on a regular basis.
I usually do like the Chevron thing, but. That can be gross because if there's people waiting to go in after you.
Gas stations, I feel like, are a bigger miss than a rest stop. The rest areas, there's a few of them on the road to Vegas that are fine. They're perfectly fine for when your stomach needs to have a catastrophe.
You know what I found is one of the dirtiest places that I frequent?
What?
The LA Fitness bathroom, women's bathroom.
Oh.
People go in there and they just don't flush the toilet.
Oh.
I'm like, what is wrong with women?
I don't know. I know nobody.
I feel like men get the bad rap for being disgusting, and I think there's just as many gross women using public restrooms.
Absolutely.
Peeing on the seats.
Oh.
Like, they don't want to sit down because they don't want germs,
Right.
so they squat and they pee all over the seat, and then what they're doing is causing germs.
That's so true.
For the rest of us, it's extremely selfish.
That is. That's it, ladies. Or maybe they're Jillin off, and that was just some of their Jill juice.
If you go on a weekend trip to Vegas, do you bring your vibrator?
Usually, if I'm by myself, yeah. But then if I'm staying in the same house as Christine, like I'm scared that somebody might hear the vibrator through the door, and then I'm like, oh.
Okay, since I don't use vibrators, and I feel like there's,
I can't even believe that.
I feel like I know how loud they are, but like, with technology improving, do they make more silent vibrators now?
But I feel like they have silenced guns and they don't.
Because doesn't it seem like there should be a silent vibrator?
I mean, I feel like there should be by now. Because you could just get a dildo, which you still have to do all the work on that though, right? You'd have to get a good arm workout. It might be good for me. But I'm too lazy for that.
It also doesn't seem like it would do the job as well, because I know with the vibrator, the important part is vibrating your
it's great.
The clitoris.
Yes, exactly. And that's so good. And then I feel like I go out into Vegas and I make fewer mistakes. Like I'm a little, I'm like less horny. Like I'm not going to be like, oh my God, I'm so horny.
If you bring it. I see.
Yeah. Because then I feel like sometimes, sometimes you do. There's a time of the month I feel like for women where we legitimately, obviously, we get hornier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cycle.
It is a cycle.
Just like nature.
Yes.
It's normal.
And then I feel like Jillin off keeps me in check. It keeps me, from making any mistakes.
I think it helps you think clearer too.
I think so. How's my thinking right now?
But have you ever tried to do it before you go to the gym? Because I did that before and I was very weak. And I was like, this is why athletes aren't allowed to have sex before big games.
Oh, maybe. I always do it after the shower.
Sort of makes your legs a little bit weak.
It's super clean, Everything's clean. It's like I'm turned on by myself. I'm like, congratulations for showering, Christina.
Yeah, but then don't you feel dirty?
No. Then I feel great. Anyways,
okay.
How's the wine?
Good to know. Oh, it's so delicious. I just took a sip.
Vin Vault.
Cheers.
Vin Vault. Cheers. All right.
Jillin off.
Is it just me, or it's like if you drink wine out of a paper or plastic cup, anytime you're at a house party and you're drinking wine, it never tastes as good. It always tastes a little weird.
I almost brought glasses, and then I'm like, that might be a little too much.
Oh my God, that'd be cute.
But I will in the future if you prefer it.
I mean, maybe we can get like a set of glasses just for the studio. And these are our studio glasses.
I thought of you yesterday because there was a report in the news of a woman who got banned from Walmart. Because
oh my God, I saw that story.
She was drinking wine out of a Pringles can. But she was in one of those electric scooters.
And apparently it was like 6:30 a.m.
She wasn't even in the store, though. They said she was just doing laps around the parking lot.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Drinking the wine out of a Pringles can.
See, I like how you thought of me, but then I thought of my friend Laura in Canada. It's like, I think we all have a person that we know that would drink.
Oh my God, Paul, look.
That would drink wine out of a Pringles can.
He brought us these really fancy glasses.
Oh, these are nicer. These are good.
Oh my God.
Do you remember the time that we made guacamole in a hotel room in Oakland?
Yes, I do.
That was impressive. I think that's the most crafty you've ever been in your whole life.
I was like really focused.
You were, because we got these avocados.
It was kind of salty.
But I'm fine with salt. In fact, I just moved into that new apartment and I don't have salt yet, and it's driving me nuts. Every time I go for a salt shaker, I'm like, oh my God, there's no salt.
I wish I would have known because I have two. I would have given you one.
Crap. I'll get some salt off you.
Okay.
But yeah, so anyways, there was all those avocados for sale.
We act like salt is so hard to get.
I know.
I could go steal you a few packets from McDonald's right now.
I was actually thinking that maybe I should do that just because I'm tired of being saltless. Especially when I'm making rice. I'm like, I need salt. But then we came back to our room and we had the avocados, but we just asked the bartenders at that bar that we were performing at, can we just get some like limes? And
he hooked us up with a guacamole kit.
Made us the cutest guacamole. And I meant to write a nice
review. There was like basil in there or something?
Yeah.
Or cilantro? It was cilantro.
Yeah, it was great. Then we got to have a little guacamole in our hotel room.
Oh, yes.
I don't even know what we put it on, but we made it happen. We made a guacamole party happen.
I believe I went to the vending machine and bought Ruffles or something.
Yeah, you did.
Remember? I was at the vending machine.
We had to eat Doritos with them. That's weird. When you have Doritos and guacamole, it's a new level of road snacks.
We're not picky.
No. Oh my God.
We'll make it happen.
I'm just going to constantly talk about cheese now because I'm not really eating it. Although I did cheat on Veganuary already. But I made it 12 days without cheese.
Both of us have only cheated once in 12 days with cheese.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Considering I ate it every single day.
Mm-hmm. Well, cheese is it's addictive. It's delicious.
It's the vibrators of food.
It is the vibrators of food. I need it right after my shower.
Except Christina couldn't go 12 days.
I choose it instead. Yeah, I choose that over men. Cheese and vibrators. Oh, it's good.
Do you think that you could still be with a guy if he referred to his penis as a wiener?
I feel like I could. I feel like I'm too immature, and I'm like, yeah, fine, wiener. But it works.
But you'd have to laugh.
I mean, I probably would laugh. Are we too old to use the word wiener?
No, I just feel like it's.
Have you dated anybody lately who's been calling it a wiener?
No, not lately.
Wiener. Oh my God.
But there was one person who said wiener, and I thought, oh my God.
Oh my God. I just started online dating again. This is what I do when I'm bored.
It might be
open the dating apps. But this guy he had a pretty sassy opener, so I think I am going to go out with him now. He wrote something like, oh yeah. He wrote, hey, so obviously he could tell I'm a comedian because my dating profile, it might be heavier on pictures with other comics. Like I think I have a picture of Dave Attell and me and picture of...
in your dating profile?
Yeah.
How many pictures do you put in your date? I thought they were just supposed to be like headshots or something. Or selfies.
I don't know if you've seen the inside of comedy clubs in Canada, but I get a new headshot about once every 10 years.
That's true.
I keep getting older. My headshots stay the same age. That's
good.
I am for
good reference.
I am becoming that old man comic with like the same headshot on the wall for like 50 years. I'm going to be that man. Do you ever see a promo picture where actually like it's always one of two pictures?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if somebody Googles me and then they find some weird picture just to change it up, it's even worse. So then I'm like Johnny Cardinelli put me on a poster. And I was like, what did you do? Like Google Christina Walkinshaw chins? Like,
chins? What?
What's this picture? And I just like, it looked really bad. It looked like I had like a flotation device below my face. Like I looked really bad. I looked very puffy in the face. Anyways, so this is what this guy wrote though. And I am going to go on a date with him. And now that I open it, he's going to see I've seen the message and I'm going to not write back right away because we're podcasting. You know how it is. So he wrote, hey, I hope your routine is funny because I'm not good at pretending.
Oh, hello. That was his opening line?
Yeah. And you know what? I was like, good. That's a powerful opener. I will go out with you.
What was your response?
Yeah. I said, oh my God. That's what I said. I was like, lol, holy fuck. That's a good opener. And so then, then he was like, are you free for coffee or a drink anytime? And then I was like, well, I skew more towards the drink than the coffee, at least on a date. I'm going to be like jittery on a date.
Yeah. Plus, you don't want to get those brown teeth.
Oh, I know, right?
Whenever people ask for a coffee date, I always just imagine myself like drinking it and getting like brown teeth.
Oh, no. I don't want any brown teeth. Probably not dating guys with brown teeth. I drink a lot of coffee. I don't have brown teeth, do I?
No, I'm not saying people do. I have this paranoia. I always brush my teeth as soon as I finish my cup of coffee because I get nervous.
I mean,
that I'm going to have brown filmy teeth.
Oh my God, today I brushed my teeth.
Plus, there's no way you're going to like, I guess it's a good way to get to know someone, but there's no way you're going to make out with somebody after a coffee date.
No, I don't think so either. Plus, like, yeah, so many people are like, think about how many times you go to the coffee shop and you kind of want silence. Do you know what I mean? Like you're working, you're writing. And so it's the easiest place to eavesdrop if people are on a date. Do you know what I mean? Like you have nothing else really to listen to because it's usually a whole bunch of people by themselves. And then if there's a date, it's even obvious if you're in a restaurant when people are on a first online date.
I'd rather like take a walk.
Yeah, I actually suggested that. I was like, I would do a Fryman. You know what I mean? Like,
I would like my eyes to be diverted somewhere else.
Yeah, that would be nice. Where you could just
Besides
talk and
just
look
sitting
straight
across from a table. Yeah, that's so much pressure.
That's very true. Did you hear me just burp underneath my breath there?
I saw you. I didn't hear you.
It's my slick move where I burp and I blow it away
It's
from
the
my
joy I
friends.
get of having a visual of you right now.
No.
Unlike everyone else.
That soft blow of the burp going in another direction. That
I've never seen anyone blow burps as much as you.
I was trying to like focus the burp's energy in a direction away from people.
Well, if
Not
I
that it
burp
smells.
inside my mouth, I think it just like stays in my mouth or it swells go back down. I don't know.
I don't know what happened.
I never blow it out.
I think, oh no.
But you're a big blower.
I do like to blow the burps away. I do. I'm a burp blower. Very classy.
It is classy.
Oh, that's another thing with the vegan thing. It was making me real gassy. And not in the good way, like in the other way.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa. 'Cause
Vegan
remember-
food tends to be a little very beany,
Yeah.
right?
I guess there was a lot of beans.
They make
But
stuff
remember-
with bean instead of
We were at
meat.
Crawford's. Remember, you were like, but you were good because you were making other excuses for my gas. You were like, well, maybe it's not the vegan thing. Like, yes, when it was I get gassy on the plane. Maybe the plane made you gassy.
I
And I was
get
like,
really
yeah,
gassy on planes.
maybe the plane made me gassy. And then remember then I got my period in the middle of our drinking night. It happens. And then you're like, oh, periods made me gassy. Maybe it's your period making you gassy. It turns out there's a lot of things that can make me gassy.
Yeah. From both ends.
There's a lot of variables. I might just be gaseous.
Planes are the worst for me.
Planes.
They're never like full farts. They're always just like bubbles, like just slowly making their way out for most of the ride.
Oh yeah, like those farts that come up the front side and tickle your clit.
Yeah.
That's a Shannon Laverty joke from Canada. I love her so much. That's my favorite.
Shout out Shannon.
Shout out to Shannon. Oh my God, the clit tickling part. It's
We
the
only do
best.
other people's jokes here.
Yeah.
Jillin off.
Jillin off. That's it. We're just giving the mad shout outs.
We're jilling off to other people's jokes.
If you listen to all 45 minutes of this, you might actually learn about a new comedian or two. 45 minutes is so much more manageable than an hour. Like
It's all mental.
It is all mental because even at that yoga studio I go to, I like the 45-minute classes over the hour classes because I'm like, oh, I could do anything for
It's
45
totally
minutes.
mental. I just don't want to pay for 45 minutes of a yoga class.
I feel like it is cheaper though. It was cheaper today. And I feel like, I don't know, 45 minutes. I say I can do anything for 45 minutes, but then truly, yes, I apparently I can because when I wake up in the morning and grab my phone, I'm on the internet pretty much for 45 minutes before I even get out of bed.
That might be a good way to go through your life. I can do anything for 45 minutes.
I think it is too.
No matter how bad it is.
Yeah. You can do anything for 45 minutes. But it is sad and scary that I spend 45 minutes on social media before I even get my body out of bed. Like I just grab the phone and then I'm like there's those new phones now, they'll track how much you're on social media.
I know. My sister told me to download that and I didn't. I'm like, I don't want to know.
I do want to know, only so I cut back.
How do you feel if you go out with a guy a few times and then you realize he's still not following you on social media?
Oh.
I shouldn't say go out. What if you've already slept with him, like, let's say twice?
Yeah. It's just about anybody we know. I'll die if that guy's not following you. I'll punch him in the face. Really? On what form? Like Twitter, Instagram?
Instagram.
Oh my God, he's not following you? I would like literally go to his house, get him hard, not blow him, and leave and go, that's for not following me, bitch.
Oh, really? It would make you that mad? This
would
is a
just be like-
question that came from a listener. It's not me.
That is like,
Because we have a lot of listeners right before releasing our first
guys,
podcast.
We already have so many listeners running in about the show that hasn't even been on the air yet. Why?
I mean, we're actually just recording this because we had so many listeners ask us to please record.
Yeah, we had listeners before we had a show. So we're pretty much,
Watch out.
we pretty much invented podcasts.
Really? You would be that mad? If somebody-
Well, it depends because I feel like there would be like a certain brand of people or people I date where I would be happier them not being involved in my social media.
yeah.
Where I'd be like, ugh, oh my God, don't follow me. I don't want you to look me up on YouTube or whatever. And they all do. They all look me up on YouTube right away. But that place is like a graveyard for jokes. Like I don't put anything new on there. It's like all archived, basically. Like, oh, here's what I look like in a Paula Poundstone jacket in 2010 when I didn't even need glasses and I had low lights. Like, do you know what I mean? I think that's my natural hair color on YouTube. I don't know. But I don't.
YouTube.
I never.
Some
update that
people
stuff.
also aren't that involved in social media.
That's true. But this particular person that I know you're talking about right now clearly is. And he can't even follow you.
I mean, sometimes it just doesn't come across their heads, maybe.
I don't know. No, I think that's an ego thing in LA where it's like people always want to follow minimal people, but then have a lot of followers because somehow that makes you more, I don't know, better in LA. I don't know. Right? Like they're always like, oh, like follow like 12 people, but have like 200,000 followers or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They're just looking to look really cool.
Ari Shaffir was doing that for a while where he's followed 0 people.
Right. See, that's some people's game.
Yeah.
But that being said, the last guy I went on a date with, like I didn't want him to look me up. I was just like, no, don't go on there. Don't you don't need to see me drunk in my pajamas pretending to be a fitness guru at midnight. Do you know what I mean?
What's worse, somebody that doesn't follow you, or when you meet somebody new and then you get notifications and they liked 12 pictures in a row? Like literally your whole feed is them being like, like,
oh yeah, that's creepy. I'll do that to people that I just meet just to be nice. I'll be like, oh, here I'm like a likeaholic. I'll go and like all your photos. And
I know how much you like things.
I know. And Christine's like, you have to cut back on your liking. You can't just like everything. Everybody's like,
you like everything.
I do. I'm like, why would I follow somebody if I don't like them?
My whole feed is
that's just rude.
Christina Walkinshaw liked this. Christina Walkinshaw liked this.
That's true. I like. And then what makes me more irritated, then I go on to Facebook, which I did take off my phone. So I only have Facebook on my laptop. But then I go on Facebook and it's all the same fucking pictures. So like we're wasting our lives on so many different social medias when really like one should suffice. Like whatever I saw on Instagram is what you then put on Facebook.
It is the same. I try not to post the same on both.
I don't. But Twitter is always different. Twitter is the only thing where I'm like, it's clearly like just Facebook. Like me drinking alone. Where I actually write random thoughts. And then if something does really well on Twitter, I might put it on Facebook. But I've never been one of those like make a tweet, a picture on Instagram.
Yeah.
I never do that kind of thing.
I feel like we should have 2 social media goals starting out on this new podcast. Okay. And one of them is going to be sponsored by Red Blend.
Red Blend wine. I am.
And the other one is to get Murphy Bed Mic. Oh, jeez.
Don't worry, I blew it away from Jen, in case you were curious.
Sorry, Paul.
And I blew it away from Paul.
Our sound guy's already having a rough day because it's raining in LA.
Yeah. But yeah, but I was just burping because that way people know that they should sponsor us because clearly I'm a good drinker. But I'm in a wine club up in Santa Ynez.
I know.
Roblar, it's very...
You're so much fancier than me.
I'm kind of fancy, but then I burp and then I take away the fans. Also, I feel like we need to tell our listeners about the bell.
Oh, the bell.
So we've decided that whenever we have a guest or even it's just us, the two of us, and a topic comes up that we don't want to talk about.
Yes, anything inappropriate.
We ring the bell and that means we have to change topics because we're not comfortable. We have a safe word.
Anything, that's our safe word.
That's our safe bell here in case anything, in case conversation takes a left turn.
Yeah, if anyone like strays too far off the rails from Jillin off, and by that we mean having fun.
Yeah.
Jillin off is having fun.
Yeah, just like the pamphlets in Vegas say, when the fun stops.
Exactly.
When the fun stops, the bell will get rang.
By the way, this bell is of Santa, and on the back it says, A Christmas to Remember, 2004. I wonder what happened.
Oh, my God.
In 2004.
Oh, no.
I got this from my Aunt Marianne.
Ooh.
She's trying to get rid of all her belongings.
I like it when people are like, I'm trying to get rid of a bunch of crap. And
that's what she did.
I'd like, I don't want crap either. Like,
She had so much stuff, and I literally was like, I'll take the bell.
Yeah.
Because I knew I could use it on the podcast.
Well, the bell is, this is what we need. Yeah, that's
and it's
good.
Santa, and he lives on all year long.
This is our safe word. That's it. Oh, yeah.
And if you'd like to send any more questions, you can send them to jillinoffpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, we even have an email.
That's our email. It's all set up.
Oh,
ready.
Man, we just walked Paul. He just left. We walked our one listener.
We walked Paul.
Our producer. I don't even, is this still on?
Paul's our producer. Yeah, I shouldn't have called him our sound guy. He's our producer. Yeah. I don't think he cares. I figured out recently how I know I'm way too old.
How?
I saw a guy that I thought was cute.
Yeah.
I didn't even talk to him. Just sort of looked at him and was like, oh, he's pretty cute. And I started imagining if I went out with him. And one of the first things I imagined, and I realized I've done this before lately. First thing I thought was, I wonder if he'd fit in at family Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
Have you done that?
Yeah, where I've like looked at a guy.
I
and been
immediately start imagining if what would happen if I took him home. Like, I haven't even talked to this person yet.
I know. I feel like I kind of do that.
Is that a sign of getting old?
Is it a sign of being old, or is it just a sign of being like a good old fashioned traditional woman? Because I think we do that sometimes. We'll
I don't remember doing that before.
I've done it in recent years where I've been like, could I picture me introducing this guy to my family?
Okay.
Even though I love being single and I don't even care about having a boyfriend, but it is a weird
It just
bar.
creeped me out that it was my thought before even like meeting like something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then I was like, what am I doing?
I know. Well, it's like, I feel like
Why'd I go from 0 to 7,000?
I feel like I am older in real life than I am in my brain because I still like, I get attracted to these guys that are like cute and young. And yeah, that's kind of creepy now for me. I am 40 years old, guys. I just, I burp like I'm 12.
I think you're very proud to be 40 because you
really
say it
am.
a lot. I think
not.
you're proud.
I'm not ashamed at all.
I think you should be proud. That's
I think
good.
that's the next glass ceiling for women, right? Where we could just say our real age and not feel shame and still be, you know.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, oh, I'm 40. And I feel like you've been like, I'm 40.
I know. I love it. No, I feel like my confidence was starting to crash in my late 30s. I feel like I started to feel the dreams slip away and like this weird sadness and like, what am I doing? And did I already peak at 35? Is it over now? And then I turned 40 and I was like, fuck it.
Yeah, you've been rejuvenated.
Oh, I have been. Now I'm the youngest of the 40s, right? So like I feel young again in a certain way. But I'm also like, oh, I didn't work my ass off for 20 years to give up now.
Yeah.
I feel good. And I feel more confident all of a sudden. It could be the yoga, but but I'm going to blame it on turning 40.
No, I feel the same way.
Yeah, it's good.
I was starting to feel like, oh my God, I'm too old. I totally missed my opportunity. It's over. Why am I even trying? And now I kind of feel like the opposite where I'm like, oh no, all these years that I've accumulated, now I'm going to take that and put it into my creative endeavors.
That's exactly how I feel. I feel like I have so many stories to tell. I feel like I have enough life to like write a book with an arc. Wow, I just really made an English class in here, didn't I? Shit, you guys thought we were going to talk about masturbating? No, I'm going to talk about writing. This is it.
Everything has to have an arc.
Let's talk about the artist's way a little more. Yeah.
Masturbating is part of your arc.
It really is. Well, I mean, to be fair, if I'm procrastinating with writing, I'm definitely masturbating. Like, it's just so easy to jill off.
You're just saying you're always getting something done.
Yeah, I do like the idea of finishing something. And sometimes I start with me. Finish myself off.
It's important to make yourself a priority.
You know, I feel like that came up in yoga today. They're like, just getting here to your mat and doing something for you today. It's very important.
Those yoga people are really good at making you feel like you're just killing it at life.
Yeah, they are good. I like it.
They're like, you got here today. You're a winner.
I know. That's why I like it. I need some daily affirmations. I do. It makes me feel better.
It works.
It does.
You can plug White Heat Yoga in Burbank.
Yeah, and Core Power.
Shout out.
We like Core Power in Studio City.
That's a good one.
That was really good. Like nice and sweaty. And it's funny because me and Jen have known each other for so long. There'll be certain things that get said in class. And then we'll get giggly, but we know that like it's not funny, but it's funny to us, right?
Because we're very immature.
Like anytime we're in side plank, and then she's like, "You could drop down to your knees here." Well, I've heard that one before. Like
the teachers are kind of seductive.
They kind of are, right?
I know I'm so immature. Last week there was one teacher that kept saying to scissor our legs, and I was like,
"Oh yeah,
why am I so immature?
Why is scissoring still exciting?" I really do like the Scissor Sisters, the band, too. If I could give them a shout out. I think they're amazing.
I didn't even know that existed.
Go and listen to Let's Have a Kiki. It's a great song.
All right.
But we don't have the rights to any music yet, so our podcast is still songless, but we're going to find one. Maybe there'll already be one, and maybe I'm saying this for no reason. And you're like, no, Christina, there was a song off the top.
No, there wasn't. Not on our first episode, but there will be very soon.
Right.
We can't rush it.
We can't.
We have to be inspired.
Yeah, exactly. You can't rush these things.
We need a song that really captures the moment of Jillin off.
Jillin. We're just chilling off. That's it. Another thing, back to the topic of Jillin, not that it will always be about Jillin, but I feel like there's a certain way you have to feng shui your bedroom in order to like be able to masturbate peacefully.
Oh, I've never heard of this.
I'm just saying, if you have like
Teach me.
if you have like frame photos of your family.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like, you don't want those like staring at you when you're like,
yeah. And you got to completely
drilling yourself.
You got
you know, you don't.
How hard do you masturbate? Drill. No wonder your vibrator's loud. I just pictured like a construction worker breaking concrete.
Whoa.
You should always put your phone completely on silent too.
Or do you watch porn though on your phone? If you're,
I'm just saying, like a call from a family member could really disrupt things.
oh yeah, or when you are watching like porn on your phone, and a text from like one of your family members comes up on the top of the screen, and you're like, oh no,
yeah,
that's gonna slow down procedure.
Mood killer.
Yeah, exactly. Oh
yeah, but sometimes if I have porn on, I might look for a second.
Oh yeah,
but I'm not. Then I'll just sort of put the phone down and just be more of like listening.
Right. Oh, just listening to the porn.
Yeah.
Well, it is hard because we only have like so many hands, and if one's on your phone and one's on the vibrator, it's like sometimes you might need to angle down, you know, your body in a certain way. You know, I'm not saying like, you know, like, but you know what I'm saying. You know, no.
I really don't.
Okay, all right. Well,
I'm just kidding.
I'm just saying a third hand maybe would be convenient sometimes, but I guess we don't really need it.
If you do enough yoga,
I know,
you might
right?
be able to get one of those toes up there.
There are vibrators that you stick to the wall, the cones.
Yeah, those are
do it against the
weird.
wall. I know. I don't know how often I wash my wall, so.
Well, you're not actually going to touch the wall.
Wouldn't you be up against it if you're using the cone?
Unless you swallowed that whole thing up.
No, I think it like pokes at, like you put it on the wall so that you can like hump a wall.
Wait, it's not a full dildo you're talking about?
No, it's a vibrating thing. It's called a cone, and you stick it against a wall. And then,
Oh, so you would actually be up against the wall.
yeah.
That sounds like a lot of work.
It does sound like a lot of
We're
work.
not men.
No, I know.
We
I don't
shouldn't have to use our leg muscles.
The reason I'm vibrating is because I'm too lazy to go out and date a guy. That's the whole point. It's like, I'm satisfied in like 2.5 minutes, and I didn't even have to brush my hair. It's the greatest, right?
I love when guys are trying to be sexy, so they'll try and like hold you up against something, and you're like, this doesn't look fun for you at all. Stop. Stop working out. You're sweating.
I like it how... Yeah, and sometimes I contemplate not Jillin off before I go on a date because I'm like, oh, maybe that'll give like the guy a better chance. You know what I mean? Because it's not like I'm opposed to having one night stands or opposed to having some you know, late night callers, but yeah, I also don't want to make it too easy for me to, you know, do it.
I feel like it could go either way because Jillin off before the date could either like entice you and make you more excited to want the real thing, or you could be like, it depends how much you like him, I think, because otherwise you could be like, I'm good.
Is it bad?
Like if you're out with him and you don't like him that much, you'll probably be like, oh, let's go home to my vibrator again.
Is it bad that I feel like I'm at an age now where I don't trust my taste in men? So now sometimes I go on a date, I'm like, I'm not going to sleep with this guy on the first date. I'm going to give it like a couple more rounds and then decide. Does that make sense?
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I don't trust my taste in men even after I've been dating them for like a year. Like, I'm still not sure.
I'm like, am I supposed to be in this relationship? This feels off a little bit. Don't get me wrong. There's definitely been some nice boyfriends. I'm not throwing everybody under the bus here. There's actually been some super nice boyfriends.
No, I don't think it's weird at all for you to
But
doubt.
now I'm just like, but there's also been a few creep shady McGee's where I'm like, oh, why did I let that person in my life? So maybe I give some people a couple more rounds. Oh, yeah. And it's also like...
you just had like a flashback.
Oh, because I did. And then I was like, oh, you know, sometimes you like, oh, no, maybe I shouldn't bring this up. But the other thing is, but obviously I shouldn't be sleeping with comics anymore, but I can't help it. But also you should always make sure if you're going to sleep with a comic that you should see his act first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever slept with somebody and then seen their act?
I don't think so.
Oof. That one can come back to haunt you.
Wait.
Like, wow, bad decisions times 2.
But usually if you end up with a comic, it's because you've done some shows together. Now, I guess you could just be hanging out socially and
There's too many comics, and there's too many comics at shows. I remember one time I was at like a Christmas party for comedians.
Yeah.
And it was somebody, and it was like, they didn't believe I was a comedian. And I was like, motherfucker. So it's almost like.
I have been attracted to somebody, seen their act, and then not been attracted to them anymore.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's a good way to.
But I don't think I've
It's a good way of burning your chances with us. If you're a male comic and you're out there and we don't want to sleep with you, we've seen your act. That's what we're trying to say.
How did you handle it after you saw his act and it was bad?
Well, it was too late then, right?
You know, there's a bunch of male comics out there who would be like, I don't want to sleep with you either, bitches.
Can you imagine? They're listening right now. They're like, wait, I've slept with Christina. They're like, oh,
just
no.
once.
That's all it takes. And then I don't come back for more.
And then she came to my show.
So you gotta work harder. You gotta work harder. It turns out I can actually be louder in the bed than I can at your comedy show. So
I feel like the most chances of sleeping with comics that I've noticed is usually festivals. Comedy festivals.
Oh yeah, festivals. That's where we should be taking vibrators and jilling off.
Yeah,
festivals. That is where I need to be locked up in my room after 11 p.m. Vibrator and go to bed. Yeah, for sure. Festivals are.
Yeah, because a lot of times in LA you do your show and then you go home or whatever. But in festivals you're there for 3 days and everybody's out partying usually.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's so true.
Yeah.
Oh, nothing like a festival finger blast. I've had a few.
In a hotel jacuzzi.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Actually, pretty close.
With lots of other comics around.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And you're like, they don't know what we're doing.
I know, but
nobody knows. Nobody knows.
You can always tell when somebody's getting fingered in a hot tub. Absolutely. There's always, it's creepy, it's eerie, you can feel it. Not you, like I don't mean feel it personally, but you could tell. I've been in hot tubs when somebody's getting finger blasted. For sure. You could tell.
I know, but it's just so funny when it's you doing something and you're sure that you're being like discreet.
Wait, then does that mean that you've got finger blasted in a hot tub?
Oh, God, no. On a plane.
It's okay if you want to get out of this. That's what you do.
It did happen on a plane when I thought nobody can tell.
Only one other person might notice
that. Or sharing a blanket.
Yeah, that's true. That was undercover.
Oh, the poor guy next to us trying to read his novel.
Oh, my God.
I just kept looking over at him in my head being like, go to sleep. Why are you reading?
Oh, my God.
We're 4 hours into this flight. Aren't you tired?
That was a long one, too.
He wasn't even wearing glasses. I don't know how his pupils made it that long.
Oh, man. Well, there you have it. If you're getting finger blasted, keep the smirks to a minimum. I was like, how are you even going to say if it's going to work? Like, if you're going to,
If what's going to work?
The finger blast, if it's going to work. It can't be like, oh, yay, I'm coming. Like, you know.
Yeah, but I think in those situations.
Like, just like a little tap. Like,
I think in those situations when you're in public, you're more just like being, like, oh, we're being naughty. It's not like you really think it's going to maybe
work.
Come to,
Yeah. Wow. We sure don't have a lot of words for the finishing part.
I know. I couldn't think of one.
Of our sexual endeavors, do we? When at the end of it, when something sometimes happens, what do you call that?
I was about to say.
How old are we?
Whatever happens with Christina and her vibrator, that's what I'm trying to.
I know. Then it's like a race to see how fast I could turn the vibrator off, like after I'm done, just so I save the battery. Like, whoa, turn it off now, turn it off now. Oh my God, I'm done.
Okay, what I said earlier about needing sponsors, we're gonna need some batteries for Christina.
I feel like I've actually been sponsored by some sort of a female vibrating product before, or I've done like shows where they've sponsored the shows in Canada.
I've only done Sam Tripoli's here. That was years ago. I don't think he does it anymore.
And I've only done Sam Tripoli. So.
Ouch. I just hurt my own ears. Shout out to Sam Tripoli. He'll be a future guest.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and now I feel bad. Oh, yeah. And anything I was discussing about guy comic, he was actually very funny. He was a good comic.
Oh, Sam's the best.
He was a good boyfriend. Yeah. Oh, that is the problem. Like when you start to talk about something and you have like one person in mind, but you realize as you tell the story, it could be like you're talking about 7 other people. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah. It's like, oh yeah. Oh, that definitely wasn't about him.
Plus, we have a tendency to talk about things like they just happened and they could be years ago.
Oh, totally. That was a long time ago. I dated him.
I haven't been on a plane in so long.
I dated him in like 2 years. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Let's not talk about where we were going.
Actually, you know what's funny is I got my first vibrator from Sam's roommate when we were dating. Because his roommate used to work for AVN Magazine. He critiqued.
I was going to say, this story could get really weird.
No, I know. It should be a lot kinkier. It's truly not. But no, he worked at AVN Magazine. So he got all these sex toys and all these porns for free. So he was supposed to like critique them. And so that's how I ended up with my first vibrator. And it was something that literally stayed in the box. I must have been like 24 or something at the time. So I was quite young. And I'd never used one before at that time. And then I remember like Sam was out of town. And I came home quite horny. And then I decided that and I was kind of drunk, so I couldn't drive anywhere. I'm not even sure I had a car at that point, to be honest. But, and yeah, I got up. We lived at like Melrose and Hayworth, like Melrose and Fairfax area. And I walked 4 blocks drunk to 7-Eleven. And I bought.
It didn't even come with batteries?
It didn't come with batteries. And you had to buy like big giant ones. Like I think it were double Ds. And they kept the batteries behind the counter at 7-Eleven. So I had to like drunk be like, can I get a package of 4 double D batteries and these jelly beans? That'll be all.
Jelly beans. Is that your favorite snack after Jillin? Jelly beans?
You know what? Jelly beans are pretty good.
It seems to go well.
I know. A little candy, a little
2 finger foods back to back. Gross. I'm belling myself. I'm kicked off the podcast. Oopsies. Oh my God, I almost spilled your wine. I'm a mess.
Oh, it's cute, aren't we? I mean,
just a little more. By the way, speaking of
thank you for that vibrator. It got me through a lot of years.
Speaking of roommates, you just sparked a memory. Have you ever had somebody's roommate? Have you? This was a long time ago. Sorry,
did you actually finish that sentence?
No, I didn't.
Have you ever had somebody's roommate?
I have a lot of half sentences in my brain. I couldn't figure out how to word it. Have you ever? I was sleeping with this guy in New York for a while. This was a long time ago, obviously, because I lived in New York. Who I happened a couple of times that we were having sex in his apartment, and we caught his roommate like staring at us.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, like he cracked the door open and was like staring.
Okay, well, actually, there was one story, and actually,
so weird
because it's Super Bowl Sunday coming up soon. Here's a Super Bowl throwback story. So there was this guy I used to hook up with in Ottawa, and then we both moved to Toronto. But anyways, he's a very fun kind of ex-hockey player guy. But, you know, obviously we were probably hooking up after multiple drinks.
Yeah.
And, but I brought my friend Michelle along. And so then she kind of hooked up with his roommate. So the 4 of us go back to their house. So we drink or whatever. Then I sleep with this guy and she sleeps with that guy.
Oh,
I know. We sound like the perfect women. I know.
Sounds like a great night.
I know. This was what years were these? I don't know, but like at least a decade ago, when women still like this is just what we did. We fed the men.
Decades ago.
We're like, you want to have sex with me? Oh, okay, sure. Let me just freshen up and get all ready for you. Let me slip into something more comfortable. I mean, we used to be very agreeable women. We were really putting out. Anyways. So I'm sleeping with this guy, and then, you know, I'm a smart person, and I know I have to go pee after sex, right? So I think I started to fall asleep without the after sex pee, and then I probably woke up like an hour later. I was like, oh crap, I better go pee. I don't want to get a UTI. So I go to the bathroom, and then I come out of the bathroom, and I'm like, what bedroom did I just come out of?
Oh, no.
Did I come out of that door or that door? And they both look kind of the same. The bed kind of seemed like it was facing the same way. Like they're both facing the doors.
Could you guys hear each other having sex?
No, and I'm not even sure that they did have sex. They might have just kind of fooled around a little bit because they didn't know each other as well as I knew this guy. So anyways, and bear in mind, I'm totally naked. I'd done the naked dash to the bathroom because I'm just like, I'm not
risky.
I know it was risky, but I'm like, I'm not putting on clothes for this pee break. I can sneak in and out. What are the chances somebody's going to be up at like 4 a.m.?
I can just picture you in the hall, totally confused.
Waiting to see, you know, Christina walk by nakedly. Anyways, nakedly. I made that word up. You can have it. Okay. So anyways, I crawl back into this bed and then whatever. But everybody's in sleep mode at this point. It's like the middle of the night. So then I wake up in the middle of the night again, like later. I have a small bladder. What can I tell you? I go pee, and then the same thing happens again where I'm like, what door did I just come out of? Like, I'm pretty sure it came out of that door this time, but now I could see that Joe was clearly in that door there. So I'm like, then I crawl back in, to bed with Joe or whatever. And I'm like, okay, we're good. All right, boom, boom, boom. And in the morning, we're all like downstairs having coffee, excepting Michelle. Michelle had gone to work, I think, because it was a school night. It was Super Bowl Sunday. So Monday, she had to go to work. And then Michelle texts me, and then she's like, I think you crawled into bed with me and Justin last night. And I was like, so embarrassed. I didn't even say it out loud. I was like, there's no way I did that. Like, no way. But then I'm still in the room with Justin and Joe. We're having coffee or whatever. I'm like, Michelle says I crawled into bed with you guys last night, and that is not true. And Justin's like, it's true. Your earrings are on my nightstand table.
Wait, did you sleep there?
Yeah, because that's what I know. I really want to go to sleep once I take my earrings out of my head, right? You know, like,
and they just didn't tell you?
Well, it was just like, is she just drunk and just didn't know? It wasn't like I was like hitting on anybody. I was literally, we were all in sleep mode, and it must have crawled in.
What about when you woke up? They had already gotten out of bed, I guess, and you were alone.
I went pee for a second time in the middle of the night, and I did go back into Joe's room. But yeah, that's how you know I really want to go to sleep. And there's just not going to be sex happening is when I take the earrings out. Well, the sex part of the evening is over. I put my danglies over
you think it's important to leave your earrings on for sex?
Well, I might not take them off before sex, but once I would really want to go to sleep, I take off my earrings. That just means I mean business with sleeping.
Okay, good to know.
You know. But anyways, so yeah,
I did not know this about you.
So yeah, anyways, if you're having a one-night stand and he has a roommate, just really look at what door you come out of before you go to the bathroom. If
Christina's staying anywhere near your house, lock your bedroom door.
Actually,
I think that should just be the rule.
Hide your kids, hide your wife. I'm coming for you.
She's just running around the house naked. Is there cheese?
For real? Oh my
I need cheese.
Oh my God. Well,
cheese stops the UTIs too.
Oh my God. If cheese backed you up UTI wise as much as it does food wise, that'd be amazing.
We're so clean.
Anyways, oh my God, that's it. That's our episode.
Oh, is it 45 already?
Yeah. Oh, I can't believe it.
Please, listeners, all of you listen. Don't all email at once. I don't want the server to crash. But Jillinoff, JILLINOFF pod. Oh, wait, is it pod or podcast?
I don't know.
It's just pod.
Just pod.
Okay. Yeah, because Jillinoff@gmail was already taken.
Yeah, see, there are other people Jillinoff out there. That's reassuring to know that email was taken. I'm like, thank God we're not the only Jillers.
I want to email him and know the creep that took that.
Oh my God, he will probably write you back so fast.
Jillinoffpod, P-O-D, @gmail.com.
We'll be back next week with more stories of our fingers and more. It could be stories of us doing it with other people, or it could be stories of us
hope.
doing it alone.